you watch this video, click on the link that's right below, and that will take you over to practicetheguitar.com, and there you can practice this exercise at 15 different tempos with full notation, tablature, and backing tracks, everything you need to help you to improve your playing. Go check that out. The idea to this blues lesson is to practice getting your fretboard knowledge and your ability to navigate the neck to the point where you can play a phrase in any position in the same key on the neck of the guitar. This particular exercise is all based around the G pentatonic scale or the G blues scale. There's even a part in there where I'm actually using the ninth degree as well. Say if you just take 3 notes, say if we go G, F, and D. Now, based off of the first pattern of the G minor pentatonic scale, they're just the top 3 notes of the scale. So the idea is to be able to find this G, and this F, and this D in another place on the neck. So if I go to the second string, here's another G. So that's E, F, G. Here's C, D, E, F, G. And if I find another F, which here's one that's really close, there's this one here. But I'm just going to choose to sort of keep it more in the 7th position. And then there's a D right here. So here's the same 3 notes in another place on the neck. So if I was improvising a phrase, I could go and then, because I know that I could take this G, this F, and this D, and then with I added a bend, I could do that same thing here. And there's other places we can do this as well. Say on the 3rd string, here's another G right here. And then that even repeats an octave up here. So there's 4 different places that we could take that same idea and move it around the neck. That's the whole point of this exercise, is to learn the scale patterns enough, learn the notes to the point where you can play or make up these phrases anywhere you want on the neck. There's a lot of simple exercises that you can do, improve on this or to work on this. And one important aspect is just to simply know where the scale patterns are in each individual key. So again, because we're using G, looking at this as if I'm playing over a G7, if you're not familiar with all of this, this is the first pattern of the G minor pentatonic scale. Now from there, I'd go on to the next pattern, which starts from the 3rd degree of G, which is B flat, and I play that same scale here in the 5th position. Now of course that scale repeats again from the note C, which is here. And then this scale repeats again from the note D, which is the 5th degree of G. And then for the last place, before it repeats into the octave, it starts on F, which is the 7th degree of the scale, which is right here. So those are the 5 patterns of the G minor pentatonic scale. If you're not familiar with all 5 of these scale patterns, you can find exercises for this exact set of scale exercises on the site at practicetheguitar.com. If you just click the link that's below the video, that will take you over to the site. You could sign up and you can find those there. Knowing those 5 scale patterns will really help you to at least be able to have a starting point for navigating the neck. From there, what you want to do is dig in a little bit further and find where each individual note is and begin practicing phrases that move around the neck, like what we were just doing, where if I just did something simple again, like, and then, That's the next step, is finding where those notes fall, where you can make those phrases, and then practicing those phrases. I make backing tracks for all of these exercises that you can practice along with, and even if you don't master the entire exercise, you can just skip down to the backing tracks and practice little pieces. Take little tiny chunks of each one of these licks and move them around to the different places on the fretboard. That will really help you, and that will also really help you to work on your vibrato, your bending, and just your overall phrasing. You can see that your hands have to make different movements or have to do different things when you're playing even just the same lick in a different place on the neck. For example, like if I go back to that same lick, my hand position is different because the scale pattern looks different, even though it's the same set of notes. Now when I go here, again, same notes, but different hand movements because the notes fall in different places of the neck. Same here, this is a weird one, especially to get that bend right there. But, and then, even though this is the octave to this lower part, still feels totally different just because of the distance of the frets being so much smaller up here than it is down here. This exercise has a ton of benefits, and it forces you to explore the guitar neck a little bit more, and it forces you to work on your improvisation and just your phrasing and finding notes that you want to make the phrases that you want to make. If you think you'll get a lot out of this exercise, and if you want to learn the exact licks that I did in these videos, then just click the link below. That will take you over to the site. On this page, there's a full lesson video. There's a description of the entire phrase and the licks and how they move around the neck, just going a little bit further and going a little bit deeper. And then, of course, there's the backing tracks that you can practice with, and then the actual videos of this set of licks that you can play along with at the 15 tempos. So there's 15 tempos for both the backing tracks and the videos that you can practice with. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Click the link below, and I'll see you next time.